You think people born between 1976 and 1985 are just outdated and out of touch? You are completely wrong. They secretly possess a psychological armor that you desperately lack. Behavioral scientists call this digital immigrant resilience. If you do not understand how their minds operate, they will continue to quietly outsmart and outlast you. To decode their hidden power, let's break down 3 psychological levels. First, look at the historical timeline of an analytical introvert born in 1980. Let's call him David. David had a purely analog childhood, forcing him to develop deep patience. But he entered the workforce right as the digital internet exploded. His massive obstacle was the absolute chaos of this rapid technological shift. But his tactic was brilliant. He used his slow, analog foundation to calmly filter the new, high-speed digital noise. He treated the internet as a simple tool, not a new reality. Your constant burnout and physical freezing right now stem from lacking this exact filter. You are drowning in a sea of infinite notifications, while they quietly process only the data that actually matters. You overthink, they execute. Secondly, we must examine the clinical reality of this generational gap. In the book The Paradox of Choice, psychologist Barry Schwartz proves that an overabundance of variables actually shuts down the brain's ability to act. You grew up with infinite digital choices, leading directly to your analysis paralysis. The 1976 to 1985 microgeneration escaped this. They grew up with limited variables, wiring their brains for high cognitive flexibility. Today, the superficial crowd demands instant gratification, breaking down emotionally at the slightest delay. You watch this weak, impulsive herd crumble under daily pressure, but this older group stays perfectly cold and calculating. Here is the undeniable truth. Their analog patience is not slowness, it is the absolute refusal of a disciplined mind to participate in modern digital hysteria. Third, let's look at your daily physical reality. Imagine you are sitting in a high-stakes meeting or a tense environment. Everyone around you is reacting emotionally, glued to their glowing screens, breathing heavily in a state of constant panic. You feel that familiar, crushing anxiety pressing hard on your chest, analyzing every possible disastrous outcome. Then you look at the person in the room born in 1981. They are sitting perfectly still. No phone, no frantic typing, just watching, analyzing, completely immune to the artificial panic in the room. Have you noticed this? You are physically exhausted by processing 1,000 useless digital threats a minute, while they simply observe in silence, waiting for the exact perfect moment to strike. To acquire this quiet dominance, you must understand their neurological trick. They maintain control because their brains treat the digital world as a simulation, which artificially lowers their cortisol levels and prevents freezing. You must artificially recreate this boundary. Use the analog anchor protocol. Force your overwhelmed brain to disconnect completely for exactly 60 minutes every single day. No screens, no inputs. Focus exclusively on one physical, tangible task. This localized silence successfully bypasses your overactive fear filter. It actively rebuilds your cognitive flexibility and triggers a hard dopamine reset, creating a natural immunity to modern manipulation. You now possess their quiet control. That is why YouTube chose this exact video for you. Watch it.